Just got home from the country and I see this glass on the sidewalk, and it is the top half of Debbie's skylight, which was an insulated glass unit. I guess it just melted off. It's been so freaking hot. Man, I'm glad nobody was standing here when it fell. But yeah, this is gonna be a project. I'm setting up my ladder so I can get up there and see what's going on. And this is an excellent ladder. It's very heavy, very strong. But when you have a ladder that's cantilevered over the edge of the roof a little bit and you use it to get on top of the roof, it is really easy to push down up here and have the bottom feet kick out. And yeah, it's bad. So I have this ladder tied at the bottom so that the legs can't kick out. It's tied tightly. Now I've clamped a board to the edge of the roof very securely, and actually it's a wheelbarrow handle, but not the one I videoed. This is from a neighbor's wheelbarrow I did a while back, and it's not going anywhere. And this is a marginal ladder at best with a piece of another ladder, and I'm gonna lay it on top of the roof. The bottom will be on that board so it can't slide off, and then additionally I got a rope thrown all the way over the roof. I'm gonna tie it at the top just to make sure it can't come loose with me on it. So that's the next step, is to get this little ladder up there, which is a piece of cake, and get the rope secure, and let's see how bad the situation is. So my safety rope is tied to the ladder. The ladder's cushioned so I don't gouge up the roof, and I feel very secure right here. Now the glass seems to still be, well, it absolutely is still stuck on the roof pretty well. No, that's not true. It's coming loose on the other side. Man, maybe I should remove the glass and screw up a piece of plywood here for now until I get a solution. And the flashing for the bottom part came up, which means the rainwater is going to go right under that roof. And this is a insulated sheetrock ceiling beneath me, so if I have a leak, it's not going to be good. So, man, I don't know. I wish I was on the other side. I think that I will go ahead and remove this glass and put a piece of plywood here for temporary. That's the desiccant, I don't know how to pronounce it. That's the stuff that absorbs moisture between the two panes of glass so they don't fog up. And that's what fails sometimes. But so that piece is off. And this piece of trim is off. And I don't know what's holding this glass. I don't know. Let me go get some sort of scraper or something that I can get under it. So I clamped another toe board on the other side, and I have another little ladder at the foundry that I'm going to bring to put on the other side, because you cannot kneel on this steel and stay put. You will be launched. So I'm prying up the glass. This is about impossible to film. It is coming unstuck. Yeah, I can't do this and hold the camera. But it is coming unstuck. I'm gonna take this glass off before it falls. I'm gonna put a sheet of plywood down and mask it up as best I can with probably some of that nasty sticky tape. And then we'll go from there. I don't know if I want to put glass back in there. I'm kind of scared of it now. I don't know. We'll see. So I am making progress on getting the glass loose. I need a way to pry it up. I'm gonna go cut some wooden wedges so I can wedge my way up and get this side, and I can flip this ladder to the other side and get the other side, and hopefully get this down without dropping it. Boy, I did a lot of stuff 25 years ago when I was building this house. Well, the studio, the workshop, and the house. Okay, I'm sweating like a pig. The sun hadn't even come up yet. It's supposed to be hot today. Got a pretty good handshake going on. Not because I'm scared I'm gonna fall, it's because I was scared I was gonna cut myself on the edge of this glass because I was having to push really hard. Okay, anyway, I got the top, this side, and that side undone. I'm gonna try to just fold it up, see if it'll come loose. I need to go remove that wooden wedge down there and see if it won't just fold over. maybe first I'll move this ladder that I'm sitting on to the opposite side. All right, it's coming unglued. I only have like 1.5 feet at the top. I'm pretty sure when I get it undone, it's gonna go sailing right off the edge, because I'm having to pry up on it pretty hard. So it's gonna go flying, I think. Well, let me take this wedge out the bottom. Maybe it'll catch on the bottom. We'll see. So we're free, and it didn't fall. It had enough sticky on it where I actually had to pull it down. Now I'm gonna get it on the ground and get my little sketch pad and get up here and figure out what I can do to temporarily keep the rain out of here until I decide what to do with glass. I'm kind of scared of it now. I don't know. Of course, it has been 25 years, and I am 70 years old, but still, somebody will be here. So this is the bottom pane. It was tinted glass. I really don't remember this at all. It's 1/4 inch thick. I guess they'd call that double strength. And this is the only side that the separator stayed. This is what separated the 2 panes of glass, and it is full of a desiccant to soak up moisture, and that seemed to work because there was no moisture problem. So I think I'm gonna cut a sheet of plywood exactly this size, put it up there, and screw it down, and then use some kind of pookie tape around the perimeter to keep the rain out for now. Man, this is supposed to be hot today. I gotta get out of here pretty quick. So it looks like the guy that put this window in, i.e. me, put visqueen, I don't know how far back it goes. And when I got to the edge, I rolled it up into a little ball and nailed it down, and then set the glass on that. It was like a cushion, and then I caulked it. I caulked it here, so this was like a cushion. This was not sealed to the glass. The caulk was here. And I don't think it's leaked in 25 years, so that's pretty good. I did damage this visqueen getting the window unstuck, so I'm probably gonna have to pull these sheets off and do something serious. But for right now, I just want to keep the rain out. So now when I go back, I'm just thinking to myself here, the original glass was flat, which makes the flashing up top easier because the bumps are higher than the glass. It makes the flashing at the bottom more of a challenge because the bumps are higher than the glass. Now if I put a little curb and raise it, then the flashing at the bottom will be easy because the glass will be the same as the top of the bump. But the flashing up top will be harder because these will create little troughs. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but for now, I see the sun getting above my oak tree. I'm gonna get some plywood and screw it down and use a lot of latex caulk, which is not real permanent. I'll be able to rip it up. Yeah, doing good so far. I don't want to screw this up.
All right, we're gonna do a timeout here. From the time I put the white plywood over the hole until the time that I'm back up on the roof cleaning up the edges was about 7 weeks. It was summertime. This dark paneled steel roof would get so hot that it would physically burn you. So the plywood was keeping the rain out. I just got away from it for a few weeks, and now we're starting to get some little bit cooler weather, so I'm back up there.
Okay, I got the second ladder so I can get on this side. And I got pads so it won't dig into the roof because this ladder has super sharp broken ends. And I got a clamp so it won't scoot me off the roof. I'm gonna finish getting that plywood up. That caulk has been more tenacious than I thought it was. Wood, it's just latex caulk. We got to get that off. So I've been scraping off this latex caulk. It got surprisingly hard. And my original waterproofing, which was this plastic visqueen, rolled over a couple of times, and the glass was set. Glass came to right here, and it worked. I didn't have any water issues. This little bit is from the plywood that's been here for a couple of months. But it's compromised. It's got some cuts in it from me trying to free the glass up. It's cut up there, the top is cut, and this whole side's ripped off. So I'm gonna need to do it again. Can't really get under the sheet metal unless I like fold it back or lift it up. And I can't do that unless I take the ridge cap off. So I guess I gotta get up there and unscrew the ridge cap and slide it back out the way, or better yet, take it all the way down in case we get some wind. Well, I haven't been up here in 25 years. So I got to get the ridge cap off And I came up here once already, and they have two different size drivers. Two different size, I needed two different size drivers. So went down again, got a different driver. I'm gonna take this ridge cap off and slide it off the roof. So on the far edge, I've got it cleaned with soap and water. I got it lifted up. I'm ready to put this modern Pookie tape on there. This didn't exist when I did this roof. All I had was Visqueen. But I'm gonna go from here to the top. That side will be sealed. Then we're gonna swap. And we'll get on this side and cut all this old caulk and these folded sheets and get all these nails out. And do the same thing on this side. Maybe tomorrow. The sun's coming up now. It's gonna get hot. So I'm on my second side. I thought it was done for the day because it got hot, but now we're got some dark clouds, so I'm able to get back up here. So the first side I lifted up to 10 and I cut all the crumpled up black Visqueen away, and then I sprayed it with soapy water and scrubbed it because it had a layer of crud. And now I've done the second side. I've cut the excess plastic away, pulled the nails, scrubbed it with soap and water, and I'm gonna go on the ground and cut a length of this sticky stuff, top to bottom, and then we're gonna put one across the top. And then I might put the cap back on. I don't like having that cap off. The ridge cap, that would let in an incredible amount of water if it were to rain, like it's, clouds are getting dark. But anyway, go cut a 6 foot and some inches piece of Pookie tape. So I'm gonna build a little curb for the glass to sit on. It's gonna be a 1/4 inch tall, and it's treated wood, and I'm using stainless steel nails. They're used, but they're stainless steel to make sure this treated wood has a bad habit of making nails rot, and I don't want these to go away. So I'm gonna go up there and nail these down, and I'm gonna put another layer of that Pookie tape on top of this, and then I'll be ready for the glass as soon as it's ready. Okay, so I nailed my little 1/4 inch strip all the way around, and I have Pookie tape on top of it on this side, and now I can lower this sheet metal, move my ladder over there, and pick up this side and put Pookie on it. And then I think I can put my ridge cap back on, at least maybe just with a few screws. And I'm gonna have to re-insulate because the squirrels have gotten in here just eating it all up. But anyway, that's easy. Look how smart I used to be. I pulled Visqueen all the way around the perimeter to catch any seeping water, and I rolled the edge back to make sure the wind couldn't blow water past the Visqueen. And I did that all the way around. I'm pretty proud of myself. Yeah, the light did not leak. It just broke.
So my insulated glass unit has been restored with another layer of double strength glass. It's pretty heavy. It's very pretty. But at the last minute, well, not at the last minute, but I have talked myself out of putting it back up there. I got really lucky one time. Yeah, so we're not going to push the envelope. We're going to good old plastic. $150, brand new sheet. Can't beat it.
Good morning, all. I'm up on the roof. It's early. The sheet metal is really wet, but the Pookie tape is not wet. And I further dried it with a paper towel. And I want to set the plastic today. Because once the sun hits this dark metal roof, it gets uncomfortably hot. So I want to get this plastic set. I'm going to set it in a bed of caulk, and then hopefully I'll go around the exterior and caulk it again. Pulled a couple of screws up top and pried the top up so I can slide the plastic under it. I've got all my holes drilled and counterbored for the screws I want to use. So I guess I need to get the plastic up here, make sure it's all good, and then get the caulk up here and caulk it and do it. It's gonna be a mess if it doesn't work right. Okay, we have a good fit, but I definitely need a block on the bottom to keep it from sliding down the hill so I can get some screws in it. So now I gotta go back down, get my tape, come back up, take a measurement, and cut us a block. I think I have everything I need. I got the block to hold the plastic in place while I screw it. I got my drill with a pilot bit. I'm gonna pre-drill the holes. I got my screw gun. I got screws in my pocket. I got caulk. I need to take the paper off the bottom side of the plastic, the protective paper, and then set the plastic somewhere safe. And then I need to caulk around the perimeter. I got my caulk. And then cross my fingers. I mean, I know I can get it down. I just want to get it down neatly without stuff going everywhere. So let's get the paper off the back. So I put little piles of caulk here on the brown paper and put caulk on every screw, and they're all in and everything's lovely as far as I can tell. I'm gonna pull the paper off and kind of clean up around the screw heads, and then the hard part will be how to flash this thing. All right, it's 8:02 in the morning and the plexiglass is screwed down and caulked in place. Time to start the flashing. I'm already soaking wet, probably from nerves more than anything. From the inside, it looks just the same as it did when there were glass panels up there. So yeah, I'm glad I changed. And David can use the glass panels on his new cabin he's building.
So when I put this roof on, and it's been pretty much exactly 25 years ago, I took all the drops, all the cut off pieces, and I put them in the attic right above my head where I am standing right now. And I'm glad I did. The color doesn't really match anymore, but the shape matches because it's the same sheet. So I'm cutting one here. They're real awkward to cut. For the flashing at the bottom of the plastic, the bottom of the slope.
So this is my flashing for the bottom. All I have to do is to bend this over a little bit because the glass sticks up. And bend that end over a little bit because the glass sticks up. Close and cut that and fold that into itself so it'll fit kind of flush on the glass. It's kind of symbolic because it can't leak because there's that black visqueen under here all the way to the edge of the roof. So if any water were to get in there, it goes straight out. It does not get into the framing, but still I want to get it as good as I can get it. Well, now this bend, it looks harder. This bend was easy. I just made a little block like so. It fit under it like so. And ripped the middle and then just hammered it over, and it did really pretty. It did really pretty. So we're gonna go up here and see if this is anywhere close to being right. Not bad for a first try. Both of these little bends here are too severe. I'm gonna have to smash them flat. The two bends in the middle I think look pretty good. Probably could use some spray paint. I don't want to caulk it in yet because this roof is coming off. This whole roof is coming off, and it's not going to be me. It's going to be a roofer. These screws that I bought with the roof, which is what they sold at the time, have been leaking. And many of them have just popped out. Many of them are loose. So many of the one-bys that are underneath are rotting, and there's screws, nothing for the screws to grab anymore. So I'm gonna pay a roofing company, and they're gonna come lower these sheets, add on top of the roof strips, use a better screw, and put everything right back. So I don't want to caulk all this stuff in because it's all coming off pretty soon. But I want to have it. I want it to be right. Okay, no video, but I ran a piece of copper up both sides. I bent it a little bit to kind of let it touch the glass. And I didn't caulk it down, and I didn't screw it down real well because I'm getting the roof replaced, or yeah, removed and replaced, and then I'll put it on permanent. So anyway, that's about it for this video. Kind of a weird video, but thanks for watching.